My name is Maria Fiallos. I co-owned or co-founded Las Chicas El Café with my sister, Valeria. I have been 12 years roasting, but this is my 20th year in coffee. I started as an importer, so I started buying green coffee beans in Nicaragua, bringing them to Canada and selling to other roasters. I did that for a number of years, 7, 8 years before I decided to start roasting myself, and I continue to do that. What appeals to me about coffee? Everything. I love coffee on all levels. I love coffee for the environmental benefits that it brings to the mountains where it's grown. So in terms of soil preservation, habitats for animals and birds. I love coffee for the economic rewards, or I guess the economic opportunity that it gives people in these communities. They're usually fairly remote communities up in very, very rural areas with very little access to education, health, jobs. I love it for its social aspect, the fact that it really does bring people together around a table. Usually for us it's after dinner or after breakfast or in the afternoon. It's really a moment to kind of stop, check in with your family, your co-workers. So on the social aspect, I absolutely love coffee. I love all its culinary possibilities. Where I'm from, probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours away is where you would find a town kind of like St. Thomas. So I grew up in a very, very small village, primarily. And in that sense, I do love small towns, maybe for that reason. I like the fact that it does feel like a community where, you know, when you are entrenched in coffee, it's very much a community effort. You're in constant communication with other growers. You're in constant communication with the pickers and the sorters. And so it's a very much a community effort. So maybe I do like being in a smaller sort of urban area for that reason. My earliest memory would be my grandfather pouring his coffee in a little bit of the saucer part so that it would cool off for you, so it wouldn't be very hot, and then he would let you sip out of the saucer. So I was probably maybe 3 or 4 years old when this was a daily ritual. It's not really a choice to leave your family, your friends, your stuff, your school, your food, your music, your language. That is never an easy choice to make. Leaving your country and your culture and everything that you love behind is probably one of the most difficult things that I've ever had to do. But Canada is a wonderful country, so I never ever regret it. I absolutely love this country. When we started our business, when we started roasting, it was kind of like, okay, do we want to start roasting? Sure. And we had no money. We borrowed everything we could from family, and got ourselves into a tiny, tiny little horrendous industrial park. Just very boring and standard industrial park. Eventually, we got to the point where we could expand. We needed a new roaster. We had already outgrown our tiny little L5. That's the little red roaster that I have there. And we thought, all right, let's find a place. We looked for about 2 years in London. But to be honest, we couldn't really find anything that really appealed to us that wasn't going to cost us way more than we could afford. And we just happened, I just thought, well, let's check out St. Thomas, and it's close enough to London. We're a wholesaler anyway, so the whole having to stay in London wasn't a huge thing. It was the building, it really was. The moment I walked into the building, I just loved it. And it was all, it was still not renovated at all. I had no problem, I could have moved into it just like that. I loved the heritage behind it and the old walls, and it very much reminded us of our own farmhouse in Nicaragua. I love doing business here in St. Thomas. I don't know if it's the smaller community or what, but they would come in, people would literally come in, introduce themselves, welcome us to town, welcome us to the community. We had a few people coming in to saying, do you have something on fire? There's smoke coming out of the train station. I'd be like, yeah, I'm roasting coffee, sorry, no, nothing is burning. I won't burn the building down. But overall, they have been such a welcoming community. What I love the most is that I come to work every day excited about what I'm doing. Every day I'm committed and very passionate about what I'm doing.